Hello everyone, I'm Thais and today I'm here to talk about my most anticipated releases of July. There are so many amazing books being released this month. When I was looking through the Goodreads lists, I just kept adding books to my wish list, but I managed to separate 7 books that really caught my attention, and those are the ones that I'm going to be sharing with you. The first book is Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten. In this book, June and Delia are best friends that share all kinds of secrets and can never be apart, but then one day Delia burns herself to death and everyone's convinced that she committed suicide, but June doesn't buy that. She thinks that Delia was murdered, so she sets out to find out what really happened to her. For some reason, this book reminds me of Pretty Little Liars, at least the TV show, because I've never read the books, with the whole mystery and secrets kind of thing. I really love that kind of story, so I can't wait to see how this one turns out. The next book I'm going to talk about is Ink and Bone by Rachel Caine. This book takes place in a world where the Great Library of Alexandria wasn't destroyed. Now the library is really powerful and people are forbidden to personally own books. Now that just sounds like hell to me, but anyway, the main character Jess comes from a family that's involved with the black market and he's sent as a spy to train and serve at the Great Library. But then things seem to go wrong for him and he finds out that the people controlling the Great Library are really dangerous. This book just sounds really amazing. A reality where the Library of Alexandria wasn't destroyed sounds incredible and I really want to see how that works out. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book. The next book is Survive the Night by Danielle Vega. Let me just say that the first thing that caught my attention about this book was the cover. It is just gorgeous, and when I read the synopsis, I was completely hooked. This book follows a group of friends that go to survive the night, an all-night rave that takes place in the underground tunnels of the subway system in New York. Things turn dangerous when they find a dead body in the tunnels and then discover that all the exits are sealed and there's something or someone hunting them. I've heard really great things about this author and this sounds like the kind of book that can keep me on the edge of my seat, and it's really creepy, which I love, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Six by Mark Alpert. This follows a group of 6 terminally ill teens that give up their bodies to inhabit weaponized robots in order to fight an artificial intelligence program that's threatening to take over the world. It's very rare for me to get interest in sci-fi books, but this one just sounds really awesome. The next book is Progeny of Gods by Jeffrey Storm, and you might have seen this book being mentioned by some booktubers already. The author himself is a booktuber and he self-published this novel, which I think is really awesome. This book follows Grayson, a boy who is the only kid with green eyes in a world where everyone else has brown eyes. When he's 19, he goes to a different kingdom in order to try and become a royal guard, and there he finds out that his eyes mean that he's special, he's more than human, and he's destined to do things that are very important for the fate of the world. And then he accidentally releases an ancient monster that threatens to destroy the world. I'm really excited about this book. I've already seen some booktubers saying great things about it. The story sounds really awesome and that cover is amazing. So I'm just waiting for it to be available on Amazon so I can buy it. The next book I'll be talking about is Damage Done by Amanda Panich. I don't really know much about the story of this book. All I know is that it's about a girl that changed her identity and moves to a different city for some reason that isn't really clear in the synopsis. I just got very intrigued about this book and it also has some very good ratings on Goodreads, so I just thought I'd pick it up and see what it really is about. So the last book is The Accidental Afterlife of Thomas Marsden by Emma Trevane. This is a book about Thomas, a boy that's accompanying his father on kind of like a grave robbing expedition when he finds an unmarked grave where there is a half-buried boy that looks just like him. Other strange things start happening and soon Thomas is involved in a world of magic and fairies. I love the premise of this book and this cover is kinda eerie and reminds me a little bit of Coraline. I really want to start reading more middle grade and this book just sounds right up my alley. So that's it guys, those are the books that I'm anticipating the most in July. Let me know if you want to read any of them or what books you were anticipating the most. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!